Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here. Brad just left for work. It is December 9th, 2016, Friday afternoon. It is 4:50 p.m. on this sunny day. It is, let me see. Let me pull it back up. Pull that, get rid of that. Let's see. Where are you, weather? There you are. Come here. It is 55 degrees. Real feel is 55. The high was 57. The low was 33. It was cold when we got up this morning, but I'm not complaining. Yesterday, where I used to live, which was Casper, Wyoming, made the national news because it was minus 31 or it was 31 below or 33 below zero. Now, you know why we moved. This is just way too cold for us. Brad and I were talking about that last night. Can you imagine what it would have been like? We were still living there with my fibromyalgia and arthritis. It made it so painful. And then with him, with the diabetes and neuropathy and everything, and his back and stuff, it just was just way too painful. So I'm not going to complain, but I sure hope that my kids and my grandkids can, my adult children, my daughters, can, are able to stay warm, because darn, it's just way too cold. Anyway, you guys know yesterday I went to the doctor. I already talked about all of that. Kidneys were fine and stuff, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I did cleaned health after Brad went to work, and then I researched out more of the fibromyalgia and stuff because I already had been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis, which the osteoarthritis runs in with all the women in my family anyway. And the fibromyalgia, it all seems to kind of be lumped together so often and stuff, because they're just still finding out so much about fibromyalgia. I did a bunch of research on that. I found some exercises here on YouTube that you can do even in bed. Simple exercises. You don't need any equipment or anything that will help with some of the pain and stuff. So I'll be doing some of that. I found a lot of wonderful, insightful information, especially here on YouTube, not only from professionals, but also then from people that live with it. So, if you're one of the millions of us that are diagnosed with it and more every day, I'm finding it's very easy to find out information, which is wonderful. If we all keep sharing, we'll all, be able to talk about it freely and come up with, share with each other new things to try. And I made breakfast burritos last night for dinner. Something simple, quick and easy, and was a little better for us. I love those mini sweet peppers you get in a bag. So I chopped up a bunch of those and some onion. I always pre-cook those in the microwave. And then Brad buys this very lean Polish sausage that he just loves. He's into sausage big time. But anyway, I used 2 links of that, sliced it up real small. I love that ceramic electric skillet. If you're ever in the market to buy another electric skillet, if you use one, I really, really recommend the ceramic ones because you don't have to use near the oil that you would use in a normal electric skillet or frying pan, if any at all. Now, I just use a little bit of the spray, the cooking spray. I didn't use any oil at all, and then I, threw some eggs in with the whole mixture, made a nice mixture for breakfast burritos, and then put, about 2/3 in the fridge for Brad to have when he got home. So it was healthier. It was still a little carb heavy with the tortillas, but we're, changing stuff step by step. When you're changing your eating plan so often, unless you have a lot of money to just start anew, you need to kind of go ahead and eat what you have in the house and then not buy any more of the bad stuff and replace it with the healthier stuff, I find. So, we went this morning. Once we woke up and took the dogs out and stuff, I didn't go out with Greg because it was cold out, and I was getting ready. And then we grabbed a cup of coffee each, poured a cup and took it with us. Because we need to go into town and get our prescriptions. And then we went food shopping. And I found when we're going through the prescriptions, my one complaint about my doctor, she's really bad about following up with doctor appointments. As far as she came in and she saw us, and you almost have to kind of just, she'll go over stuff real quick, and then you have to really kind of stop her and go, wait, I wanted to talk about, to get, anything in. And then she laughed and said, well, you guys need to give urine specimen, urine, we need a urine, and then we need, blood for your A1C and stuff, and we assumed she was coming back to discuss with us, the game plan. Well, when we went back to the lab, they said, oh no, here's your paperwork. And I'm like, well, wait, she didn't tell us what, she said she wanted to put us in insulin. She didn't tell us what kind. She said she was going to give us samples. And then also, with the fibromyalgia, she didn't tell me what she was going to do, and she said she was going to change the antidepressants or up them, and she didn't. So, but she didn't finish telling us any of this. So, and I said, should we go back in the room and wait for her? And the nurses were, I was real nice, but the nurses were just kind of like, and they said, yeah, we'll go get her. And she came back in a few minutes and finished the visit, because it's like, wait. And she's done that to us before, and it's like, wait. But she hadn't discussed with me that she was putting me on this NSAID that is stronger than a leave for me to take twice a day, which is fine. I just would like to have discussed it with her, because I like to discuss the side effects and decide for myself if I'm going to give it a try. And I did look it up, and it's generic version of Mobic. It's MOBIC. Generic version is Meloxicam or something. MELOXICAM. So I'll be taking that. And she did triple the gabapentin I'm on, and she did also double the antidepressant anxiety medication I'm on. So I took the Mobic. I'm just going to call it Mobic. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me. Like I said, I have a hard time with pronunciations of words anyway. And but I did take that today, and it did make me drowsy and dizzy, which it said one of the side effects. The biggest side effect you have to watch is stomach, making your stomach bleed, and also causing problems with your breathing, which especially if you're an asthmatic. So I'm going to be watching that carefully, see if I can tolerate it or not. And you can't take a leave with it, of course. So we'll have to watch that. So we just kind of fended for ourselves. Brad had chicken tenders and french fries. Like I said, you have to eat up the food you have in the house. And I had a couple of burritos. And then I'm just going to have a big salad for dinner tonight, though, because I bought a bunch of vegetables and stuff. Instead of buying more crackers and chips and cereal and stuff, I bought a lot of fresh vegetables. Not as much fruit, because that is full of, even though it's natural sugar, full of sugar and carbs and stuff. And I think Brad said he was going to eat up the rest of the french fries and have chili fries. So, okay, and I'm going to be working on gifts tonight. I'm running a bit behind because of, you guys knew I was been struggling with some depression issues, which I'm working on, and nothing real bad or anything. I've got a good handle on it. Not my first rodeo with it. And but I'm running a bit behind on getting the gifts done and the mailing done, and also the prescriptions cost more than we thought. When you change the prescriptions, increase prescriptions, and then we have the insulin pens and all that. So I need to wait till next Wednesday, which is only 5 days, to mail out just everything. So I hope that's okay with everybody. I'm doing the very best I can. Remember, Max and Row cards. Still taking those. I haven't gotten any in. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but if you want to have cards forwarded to them, please send them right away, because I will be mailing everything off next Wednesday, which I believe is the 15th. So it needs to be in by the 14th so I can get everything mailed off. And if you're not into it, that's fine too. I completely understand. I'll be mailing out my Christmas cards here. I probably will hopefully work on those, get those mailed out Monday. I have the stamp for those. That's not a problem. But my topic for today is to enjoy life, especially even with the holiday season coming upon us right now. And everybody is saying things just like I'm saying, like, hey, I'm running a bit behind right now. Don't get so frazzled that you can't enjoy your holiday season or just life itself. And we all know people, and we've all done it ourselves, where we get so busy with commitments and stuff that we forget to sit back and enjoy life. And I think it's important to sit back and still enjoy life, because what are you running around for? If you're not getting any enjoyment out of your life, why keep running around like crazy? You don't have to be perfect at everything. You don't have to, be an overachiever. I was classically really bad about that. My house had to be the cleanest. I had to try and be the best at everything. And then you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm not the best at anything. I might be pretty good at some stuff, but there's always going to be somebody better. And that's okay. That's great. There's always going to be somebody that maybe I do something better than they do, but then they probably do something better than I ever could even hope to. Or, there'll be somebody that I might be a better cook than somebody else. But then there's somebody else who's so much better of a cook than I am. And it's all good. I mean, you got to enjoy life. You got to embrace the moment. And if it takes you a few minutes longer to do something, that's okay. If it takes you a couple days longer to get that gift done because maybe you were helping a friend that was upset, a friend that needed a helping hand or needed an ear, or that you stopped to, play with your dog or see your shadow right there. We see your shadow there. See? Ho, ho, ho. There's a noodle face. That's a Nixie noodle. No, 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 no. What are you doing, baby girl? Oh, shut those eyes. Yes. But, maybe you took you a little bit longer because you stopped to pet your dog. Right, Nix? See, that's all good. It's all good. Life is meant to be enjoyed. I've always really believed that. We all get so busy that we don't get to really enjoy life. And, life is precious and life is short. And, and I think we really need to stop. We get very overwhelmed with commitments and stuff, especially during the holiday season. You're always wanting to make sure that you have, quote, that perfect gift. It doesn't have to be the perfect gift. It might be that you might luck out and it might be that perfect gift for somebody. But then it also might be just, a nice gift. It doesn't have to be a spectacular gift. If it's given from the heart, it can even be a lovely written note. Or it can even be, I really like those jars of, how you do the mixes yourself of like the brownie mixes, or I know there's like for oatmeal cookies, chocolate chip cookies stuff, and you do them in layers in a jar, and you put the little recipe on a tag and stuff. Those are really neat. It's all about what I believe is those miracles that happen, and giving somebody a hug, or like there's an elderly gentleman in a wheelchair that's outside of our Walmart here in Crawfordville, and he is there for Salvation Army ringing the bell. He also plays a harmonica. He plays it very well, and he plays the most beautiful Christmas carols and stuff on this harmonica, and it just kind of flows through the parking lot and stuff, and it's just so beautiful sounding and stuff, you know. But if you're in too big of a hurry, you might not even notice. But isn't that what life is about? Noticing those precious moments? So take it a little easier on yourself. You don't have to be perfect at everything. You know, you don't have to be perfect. Your family doesn't have to be perfect. It's all good. So, anyway, I'm going to make another video after this if you watch this. And this is going to be just about depression and suicide, and kind of an outreach thing. Well, not an outreach thing, just kind of talking about it. And you know, this is a really hard season for a lot of people, and not everybody celebrates Christmas and stuff, or finds it difficult and finds it overwhelming. So I'll be making that, so if you're interested in watching that, please do. If you're not, that's okay too. Alright. I love you guys, and I am working on it, and if I haven't answered your message or your text or anything, like I said, please just kind of knock, 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 you know, hey, you haven't answered me yet, because I may have forgotten. I have been a little frazzled, and I'm a little wonk wonk right now with the change in medications, a little more confused and scattered than normal. Lord help me. So, you know, I mean well. I do love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. You guys make everything so much better. And I will talk to you guys later, because I think you're awesome. Bye.